So listen, if you're just tired of spending thousands and thousands of dollars on paid advertising in 2025 to maybe generate leads, I want to break down how I've been able to get $12 million waterfront listings, $6 million new construction builds, multi-million dollar listings, all 100% free. I've spent $0 on ads in 2025 using these main strategies. And that's exactly why we're here in this video, is so that you guys do not have to keep spending thousands of dollars for paid ads that may or may not work. Because if you guys know, or if you guys have been spending money, you guys know that the paid advertisement game changes every single day pretty much. So if you're not on top of everything, your ads could go south really quick. And in this day and age, why would you want to spend money on ads when you're testing out new things? You want to grow organically. You want to grow an organic following that you actually own, instead of throwing more money into Zillow ads, Realtor.com ads, Opcity, all these different platforms, right? So we're going to be breaking down 3 things that I've done in 2024 and into 2025 that have been able to generate me multi-million dollar listings, as well as multi-million dollar buyers as well. So once again, I didn't start with anything, right? If you guys have saw my videos before, I literally started as a 19-year-old kid in real estate, moved across the country, had no connections whatsoever. So I was like, how am I supposed to start, right? I'm not going to door knock. I figured I'm not going to door knock, and I'm not going to do cold calling because, one, I'm an introverted person. I don't like talking to people, but I'm getting into sales. Makes no sense if you think about it, right? But I did know that there was a huge upside for the residential real estate market. And that's kind of what got me to thinking, well, what can I leverage that's actually going to make me money in the long run? I didn't look at the short-term period, right? Because a lot of people, they're always focused and fixated on the next 30 days, which obviously, if you have to make an extra few bucks, then it is going to be a little bit more difficult. But I played from day one the long-term play. And I have been in real estate now for 4.5 years. I got my broker's license at 21 years old. Pretty much one of the youngest ages that you can get it in the state of Florida due to the restrictions and everything like that. But I wanted to build myself, build my credibility, build my knowledge, and still be able to deliver a long-term relationship to all of my investors without looking just in the short run, being like, I need this money right now, and I don't care about what's going to happen in the long run, right? So for me, it wasn't really about the matter of the budget. It was more about the consistency that I can show. So the biggest thing is, I had a mentor that told me, Noah, listen, I want you to put out the amount of content that you can make and stay consistent with it for the rest of your life. So what does that exactly mean? Let's just say, oh, I'm going to put out 3 videos this week on YouTube and then 7 on TikTok. I'm just going to keep doing that, right? 1, is that even, are you able to do that long term? 2, it's not really sustainable. 3, you're going to run out of videos really quick. So what can you do for the long run? For me, that was 2 videos a week on YouTube and about 5 videos a week on TikTok. Now, ever since I've been able to grow, start scaling, all that kind of stuff, I really had to scale down to 1 video a week on YouTube and then about 3 or 4 videos a week on TikTok. Now, that's just me. That's what I've been able to do to grow where I'm at right now with almost 44,000 followers on TikTok. And I don't even know, tens of other thousands of followers between all the other platforms as well. So I found what works well for me, because what works well for me may not work well for you, right? So the 3 things that I really focused on key when I got into real estate was relationships and being able to get my exposure out there, right? So how was I going to do that? I was going to do that through video, and I was going to be able to do that through talking with people that may have friends and know other friends, and kind of networking that way. Not really cold calling, not really door knocking, right? So the first thing is I did a lot of video content stacking. So what exactly does that mean? Well, I first figured out, okay, I can stick to a timeline of 2 YouTube videos a week and 5 TikTok videos every single week, right? So what is that going to look like for me in the next 90-day period? So what I did was I took a Google spreadsheet, I went out and I broke it down. I did the columns by title, content type, whether that was short form, long form. Then I did call to action, I did the hook, and then I did my body context. So I did 3 bullet points for the body context. That way I remembered, okay, I'm gonna focus on these 3 major bullet points when I'm going through this video. So what I did was I put them all down. I did 90 days worth of that, right? So if you guys did add it up, all the math and everything like that, that's 8 videos a month, and multiply that by 3, that's 24 YouTube videos, and then 5 videos a week for 4 weeks. That's 20, 2, 4, 6, that's 60 short form videos, right? Now that may seem like a lot, but here's the thing you guys gotta remember. When you're content stacking, the thing that you guys gotta keep in mind is that you're mainly having 3 major buckets, right? For me, my major buckets were real estate tour or real estate house tour videos, controversial videos, and then green screen videos. So you guys can go through some other videos later on and you guys can watch my top 3 boxes or content stack boxes that I used to be able to kind of focus on a content strategy without running out of ideas. Because I know that's a huge issue, is people are always running out of ideas. So this is exactly how you prevent that. So what I would do is I would go into those content boxes in my head and be like, okay, here's what I can do. Obviously, real estate house tour videos, those are super easy to knock out. You can go through, schedule a showing, a pre-showing, and walk through houses, do house tour videos, everything. Now, then obviously for the green screen, you guys can go back and see that, but what I was able to do is I looked up news articles, I looked up the top things to do in my city, I looked up top attractions, top things to do this weekend, something that was always changing, and I was able to do a green screen video about it, basically like a news anchor for my city. And then the third one was obviously my controversial topics, like what am I gonna do, you know, one of them was, oh, it popped up in the news. It was something that wasn't like it wasn't anything bad, but it was something that people would have a lot easier time commenting on people's videos. So for example, one video that went viral was a Florida noise law for music that's playing inside of a car. So if you can hear it like 12 feet away or something like that, it's a violation in the state of Florida. Whatever that was, that got hundreds of thousands of views in a matter of 48 hours. So you had so many people just commenting back and forth of how stupid that was, how stupid the law was, whatever. But that gave me the virality to be able to then help my other videos succeed as well. So I use those in terms of my content stacking. So if you guys want to know more about that, obviously I'm going to be making a video as well that you guys can go check out. The second thing that I did was I wanted to focus on relationships. Now, a lot of people are like, well, Noah, everyone tells me I got to work my sphere, I got to work my friend group, I got to cold call, I got to do all this. When you really break it down, real estate is not hard. It's quite simple. It's just you have to be able to be consistent. So I forgot the fail rate, if it's like 95 or 87% of all agents in the first 2 years fall out, whatever that is, whatever that stupid statistic is. I know I did not want to become one of those. So I knew that, granted, I knew that I needed to, 1, focus on YouTube, 2, focus on TikTok. Those are my 2 main things that I was going to be focusing on. And the reason why was because of the format, the video format content. And then so when I saw that, I was like, all right, well, here's the main platforms that I'm going to be working on. So in order for me to do that, I was like, okay, what am I going to be able to do long term? 1, while I'm making my video content, I was able to build relationships with other people because I was able to go to local business owners and be like, hey, you know, as you guys can see, here's my following, right? Now, obviously, I didn't start with tens of thousands of followers. I only started with a couple hundred followers. So I would go to people's businesses. I would showcase, like restaurants. I would go there, grab a lunch or whatever, and showcase kind of the restaurant, highlight the restaurant in the area. Oftentimes when you tag the restaurant and when you put the restaurant title in the description, those business owners actually will follow or actually will see it, and they'll be like, hey, I actually want you to come back. I want you to do a behind the scenes video, stuff like that. I was able to get a sponsorship with Holiday Inn Resorts or Holiday Inn Hotels, that big chain with IHG or IGH, whatever that is. And they first saw me and then they wanted me to go do it. They took me to Sanibel Island and we did it on their newest hotel or whatever. We did a sponsorship there. Through that, I was building relationships. I was building rapport with people. I've met some of my favorite investors through TikTok. I have met my investors that I've probably sold $12 to $15 million of real estate just for one investor group. And that was all through TikTok. And that wasn't because they called me and they're like, hey, Noah, this is kind of awkward why I'm reaching out to you, but I saw you on TikTok. I'd love to set up a meeting. That's literally how the phone call went, and that's all they said. Like, okay, like cool, yeah, let's definitely meet up. But like, I didn't go in for the kill. I didn't go in for the ask. Here's the biggest mistake that agents make about meetings is that they go straight in for the ask and they don't look to build the relationship long term. And I know a lot of people, they get money hungry, they get greedy. A lot of agents get greedy in this business, which obviously there's a lot of money to be made in real estate, but you have to go about it the right way. I did not go in looking for money. I went in looking for a relationship that I could have built with an investor or built with a group that I knew would work for me long term. I may not get a sale in the first month. I may not get a sale in 2 months with them. I may get a sale 3, 4, 5, 6 months, or even a year down the road. So for example, I met up with the investor group. I don't think I got a sale from them for the first 3 months, 90 days, give or take, but I didn't go in expecting that. And now I've come up with $12+ million of real estate that I've sold with them. So like, that's just one investor group. I have other investor groups from Chile and Colombia and Egypt that all work with me and I've been working with them for years now, selling real estate. So I don't look just in the long term or in the short term. I look in the long term and what that's going to benefit me 2, 3, 4 years down the road, right? And it's as simple as, hey, let's just go grab coffee. Most of these meetings don't turn out to be anything. Most of these meetings turn out to be an absolute fail. Like, we don't go anywhere. It goes nowhere. Like, obviously they have no interest. You can tell they have no interest. Some people just want to pick my brain about real estate and pick my brain about, oh, how do I do videography? How do I do my videos? Stuff like that. Most people don't really, the biggest thing is with coffee meetings, you're not gonna succeed most of the times with coffee meetings. Most of them are gonna be a bust. Most of them are gonna be a waste of the time. But the other ones that you do pull out, the 1 out of 10 that you pull out, those are gonna be your golden nuggets, right? Those are the ones you're gonna wanna hang on to. Those are the relationships you're gonna build for time and time again. So besides like video content stacking, looking for the video types, YouTube, TikTok, formatting all my different boxes of content I'm gonna be doing, and along with grabbing coffee with random strangers just to have a chat, have a sit down conversation, whatever, the other huge thing that I did, and a lot of agents are scared to do, was I focus on small local builders. So as you guys can see, my YouTube channel is based off of me being a builder. I own a general contracting company. I build multi-million-dollar custom homes for people. But once again, that did not start in one night. That started with a relationship with my general contractor partner. And it all started because I was highlighting new construction builds. So what you will come to understand is when you make content, people look at you. When you film any sort of listing, right, they immediately think it's yours. Hey, this is your listing. Hey, that's your listing. Like, most of the listings you guys see on my social media are not my listings. They're other agents' listings that I'm just highlighting and showcasing because I thought they were beautiful houses. But people either shoot me Instagram messages, give me a call and say, hey, Noah, saw this video, and then they tag me or they show me it. And they're like, oh, is this your listing? I'm interested in seeing it. Most of the time it's not my listing, so I just set up a showing and we go take a look at the house. And oftentimes that's not the right house for them, but we get to know what they like and don't like, right? And a lot of these are new construction houses because that's what I focus on, being a new construction builder myself and highlighting other new construction builds from other builders, being on the brokerage side of things. So I would go to these builders, I would look at their houses, and I knew, once you've been in an area for a while, you know what builders are the ones that build, 10 to 20 houses a year. Those are the builders I target. I don't target, big brand, big nationwide builders. You guys all know who I'm talking about. I don't target those because there's no way of having a partnership or anything like that with them. I catered to the very small town home builders that may build, like I said, 10 to 20 homes a year, and they want extra exposure. Those are the guys that actually genuinely care about exposure, and they don't so much care about, selling hundreds and hundreds of thousands of homes a year, right? So I would go to their properties, I would walk through their houses, showcase and record with my phone. I would just highlight, do a video walkthrough, all that good stuff. And then I would edit it, turn it out, and then I would immediately post it to my post it to my Instagram, post it to my TikTok. And I wouldn't say anything to the builder because I didn't expect anything in return. They didn't expect anything. They they expect me to sell the house. They expect me to show it to a buyer and sell it for them, right? That's all they expect. They don't expect someone to go out of their way, make a video, edit a video, and post it on their social media. That, to me, built a lot of relationships. And a lot of people are like, well, no, I don't think that's a waste of time. But at the end of the day, it's not. And for me, it was 100% worth it. And if you guys want to work towards building relationships, building an actual book of business that you can leverage for 4, 5, 10, 20 years down the road, you need to build these relationships with these builders, because not only did I sell their houses too, I got some of their own listings, even though they have their own in-house agents. And then I sold some other new construction houses to my own clients. So like at the end of the day, it was a win-win-win situation for everyone involved, right? And I still do this today. That's how I got started in my custom home building company at the age of 23, I think it was, or 22. It wasn't because I forced my hand into getting into a company. I built a relationship with my GC through my video content. So if you guys have been thinking about getting started on TikTok, getting started on YouTube, don't know where to start, remember guys that it's not about the perfection. It's about actually just going out there and getting it done, right? You'll perfect things along the way. And that's the major thing to note, is that I didn't start where I'm at today by hoping that I was gonna make sure every single video is perfect. No, I literally just posted content to post it and then see what worked and then evolved from there. You have to start at some point. You have to have a starting point to then know where you're gonna end up, right? So for me, that was just putting as many videos out there and seeing what happened, right? And for me, obviously the consistency paid off, the dedication paid off. And if you guys are looking to do this, use me as the example of a 19-year-old that moved across the country, did not know a single soul, was very introverted, never been on camera before, but now I've been able to get multi-million-dollar listings and start a custom home building company all through social media, right? So if you guys want a step-by-step guide of how I got started in the business, how you guys can leverage social media in your business that will make you last 5, 10, 20 years down the road, make sure you guys comment free leads down below and I will send you the PDF 100% free. But once again, guys, I appreciate you guys checking out this video as always. And if you guys have questions about anything about social media, my journey, how I got into custom home building, anything like that, you guys can reach out to me with my contact information down below. Or if you want to become a team member on my group nationwide, I would be more than happy to work with you one-on-one, cater a social media plan, and everything you guys need help with, I'm more than happy to be there for you guys. So with all that being said, I appreciate you guys checking out this video and we'll catch you guys next week.